Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Is Thomas still in need of therapy? On December 12th in The Bold and the Beautiful, Ridge had a heated exchange with Brooke on the Thursday, December 12th episode of The Bold and the Beautiful. He explained why he said those things about Hope. Ridge stands by his words, even if most of them were harsh. He also shared a major truth bomb about his son. Harsh truth: Ridge, Thorsten Kaye, and Brooke, Catherine Kelly Lang, found themselves alone on Thursday's episode, and not in a good way. The tension was so thick that you could cut it with a knife. Brooke wanted to know why Ridge went as far as to call Hope, Annika Noel, a nasty little asterisk hatch. He said it to her daughter's face. Ridge argued that he stands by what he said. He did admit that he led with his emotions, but he believed Hope was why Carter, Lawrence St. Victor, stole his company. He thought that Hope got into his head. It's the reason why Carter is suddenly a staunch fan of Hope for the future. Just months ago, Carter agreed with Ridge and Steffi, Jacqueline McKinn's Wood, that the numbers for HFTF weren't where they needed to be. He was sheepishly going along with them because he was hiding his real feelings for Hope. Carter's been secretly smitten with her for the past year, but her mind's been on other men like Finn, Tanner Novlin, and Thomas Matthew Atkinson. Speaking of which, Ridge shared a major truth bomb about his son, Thomas' mental health status. During Thursday's episode, Ridge and Brooke argued over her daughter. He declared that Hope loves to mess with men. He blamed her for his son's mental health struggles. Ridge then revealed that Thomas is going to need therapy for the rest of his life. This truth bomb suggests that Thomas might not be doing well. Does Ridge know something that we don't know? B&B viewers haven't seen Thomas since the summer. He returned to Europe with his fiancée Paris, Diamond White, and his son Douglas, Henry Joseph Sumeri. They had a quickie engagement after reconnecting in Paris. Thomas needed a distraction after Hope turned down his many proposals. Ridge's revelation might tease that Thomas is still in therapy. Instead of having wedding bells on the brain, he still has Hope on his mind. If so, he should return to whisk her away from Carter. The complex world of The Bold and the Beautiful has long been known for its dramatic twists, emotional conflicts, and the ever-evolving relationships between its characters. One of the most compelling and frequently debated characters over the years has been Thomas Forrester, portrayed by Matthew Atkinson. Thomas's tumultuous journey on the show, filled with romantic entanglements, business rivalries, and personal struggles, has made him one of the most controversial figures in the Forrester family. On December 12, The Bold and the Beautiful delivers yet another episode in which the question of whether Thomas still needs therapy is raised once again. But is it just a plotline to keep the audience hooked, or is there deeper meaning to Thomas's ongoing therapy journey? Let's delve into Thomas' character evolution, his mental health challenges, and whether the show's portrayal of his therapy continues to serve as an essential aspect of his growth. Thomas Forrester's history of emotional struggles. From the very beginning, Thomas was a complex character, someone who seemed to have it all: wealth, status, and family connections. But as with many soap opera characters, his life was anything but perfect. Thomas's childhood was filled with tension and competition, particularly with his sibling, Ridge Forrester. The two often found themselves on opposite sides of the battle for leadership at Forrester Creations. However, it was not just business that shaped Thomas. His personal relationships were equally messy, often clouded by jealousy, revenge, and unrequited love. Over the years, Thomas' emotional instability became evident. His destructive behavior, including manipulation and obsession, was frequently on display. A notable turning point in his life came when he became involved with Caroline Spencer, leading to a series of dramatic events. Caroline's death and the subsequent revelation that Thomas was the father of her child caused a profound shift in his emotional well-being. He became increasingly unstable, and his actions grew more erratic, culminating in his obsession with Hope Logan, which was one of the most alarming storylines for his character. Thomas's therapy journey. Given Thomas's escalating emotional turmoil, it was clear that he needed help. Enter the concept of therapy, a significant and sensitive issue that The Bold and the Beautiful addressed head-on. His journey into therapy wasn't just for dramatic effect, it was a turning point in his character development. Over the years, Thomas has undergone therapy multiple times, seeking to address his issues and repair his fractured relationships. The show has made it clear that therapy is not a quick fix for his deep-seated problems, and this has been a key element in his long-term character arc. However, the question remains, does Thomas still need therapy in December 2024? The answer is nuanced and multifaceted. While Thomas' actions have certainly improved over time, there are still many unresolved issues that seem to surface time and again. His tendency toward obsession, manipulation, and emotional volatility are signs that his therapy journey is far from over. The December 12 episode, A Moment of Reflection. In the December 12 episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, Thomas finds himself at a crossroads once again. On one hand, he's made significant strides in his personal and professional life. He's grown closer to his family, particularly his father Ridge, and seems to be on better terms with his colleagues at Forrester Creations. However, his past continues to haunt him, and there are moments where his old tendencies resurface. In a pivotal scene, Thomas sits down with his therapist, once again grappling with his emotions. The conversation revolves around his need for control, his fear of abandonment, and his unresolved feelings about past relationships. It's clear from this scene that Thomas is still working through deeply ingrained issues that therapy has yet to fully resolve. While he's made progress, there's still work to be done. Thomas's need for validation, particularly from those around him, remains a driving force behind many of his decisions. One of the most powerful aspects of this therapy session is the way it underscores the complexity of Thomas's character. While he's often seen as a villain on the show, moments like this remind the audience that Thomas is a person struggling with deep emotional wounds. The therapy session doesn't offer immediate solutions or miracles. Instead, it highlights the ongoing nature of therapy, the understanding that personal growth is not linear and that there is always more work to be done. Thomas's ongoing struggles, a need for continued therapy. Even after all this time, Thomas still finds himself trapped in cycles of self-doubt and insecurity. Despite his outer confidence, there's a clear vulnerability beneath the surface. This vulnerability is perhaps most evident in his relationships, where his need for control and validation often leads to unhealthy dynamics. His obsession with Hope Logan, for example, was a direct result of his inability to manage his emotions in a healthy way. Therapy, at least in the world of the bold and the beautiful, offers a safe space for Thomas to explore these unresolved issues. Yet Thomas' relationship with therapy is complex. At times, he's shown genuine progress, becoming more self-aware and showing signs of growth. At other times, he regresses, falling back into old patterns of behavior. This duality is what makes Thomas's therapy journey so compelling. The show's writers don't present therapy as a quick fix, but as an ongoing process. Thomas is still a work in progress, and that's something that the audience can relate to on a deep level. Why Thomas needs therapy, and why we should care. At its core, Thomas's therapy storyline is about more than just his character arc. It's about mental health awareness and the ongoing struggle many people face when dealing with emotional issues. The portrayal of therapy on The Bold and the Beautiful is not without its flaws, but it serves as a reminder that therapy is not just a tool for solving immediate problems, but a necessary step in long-term emotional well-being. For Thomas, therapy represents a chance at redemption, not just for himself, but for the relationships he's damaged along the way. It's a way for him to rebuild his family relationships, especially with his son Douglas, and to gain control over the emotional volatility that has defined much of his life. Thomas may have made strides, but his journey is not over. The complexity of his character demands that his healing process be an ongoing one, just as it is for many real-life individuals seeking help for emotional challenges. In addition, Thomas's ongoing therapy serves as a reminder to the audience that healing is not linear. There are no instant fixes for deep emotional wounds, and there are no guarantees that someone who goes to therapy will be cured of their problems. Instead, therapy provides the tools for individuals to cope with their struggles, manage their emotions, and work toward healthier patterns of behavior. Thomas's therapy is essential for his growth. So, does Thomas still need therapy on December 12th? The Bold and the Beautiful? The answer is a resounding yes. Thomas's journey is far from over, and therapy remains a crucial aspect of his personal growth. As a character who has navigated through so much turmoil, therapy serves as both a narrative tool and a symbol of the ongoing journey toward emotional healing. By keeping Thomas's therapy at the forefront of his story, The Bold and the Beautiful continues to offer a nuanced portrayal of mental health, showing that recovery is a process that requires time, effort, and support. Thomas's story isn't just about redemption, it's about understanding the complexity of human emotion and the struggle to overcome personal demons. In the world of the bold and the beautiful, therapy is not a quick fix, but a necessary step toward healing, and for Thomas, it remains a vital part of his ongoing journey. As the show continues to unfold, we will likely see more of Thomas's therapy journey, and perhaps even more breakthroughs and setbacks. But one thing is clear, Thomas's therapy is not just a plotline, but an essential part of his growth, both as a character and as a person. And in the end, that's what makes his story so captivating and relatable to audiences everywhere.